Good evening, everybody. So tonight, uh, I will be starting a new series and play you through a couple board games, starting with one of my recent favorite board games called the Castles of Burgundy. And I won't be explaining all details of the rules here because rules videos tend to be somewhat tedious and not all that interesting to many. But I've linked a rules video in the description of this video, and just as we were about to start, the game got cancelled. Let's hope we can restart a game pretty soon. So the game is maximum 4 players, and I actually prefer to play with 4 players if possible. Of course, I could also start with 3, but to be brutally honest, I'm a little bit better at 4 player games. Don't know exactly why, but the scoring is a little bit different in 4 player games, and the scores are a little bit higher in general, which I quite like. And my quest on this series will be to reach the top 10 in Board Game Arena. So I've played around 120 games or so, I think, of this, and I'm currently number 57 in the world or something. I was in the top 40 once, but I dropped recently. I also haven't got that many games as a sample size. And yeah, but I think top 10 should be manageable over time. I'm not sure how successful I'll be while streaming. So let's see. The first thing I always look for are tiles which give permanent advantages in the game, which are the grey tiles, the mines, and the yellow tiles, the knowledge tiles, which are numbered 1 to 14. There are 26 different unique yellow tiles in the game, and number 15 to 26 give you victory points in the end of the game, and they are really quite nice and quite valuable. But number 1 to 14 are the ones you're probably after in the first phase, since those give you permanent advantages. And of course, everything in any board game basically which gives a permanent advantage is something which should be pursued as early as possible, because then the advantage lasts the longest. Hopefully that made any sense. Of the building tiles, I quite like this boarding house a lot, which instantly gives you 4 workers. That's a quite nice one. So we have a 5 and a 6 action now. I could take this yellow tile with number 10, but I don't really like that one, since I don't like to build farms all that often. So I'm actually thinking about instead buying number 12 out of the middle, which is a good yellow tile. And I think I will do that. So I can sell my 6 to get a coin, and then with 2 coins I can buy this tile. And with my number 5 I can take this boarding house, which is, in my opinion, the best building in Zone. Of course, I didn't get a mine, which is a bit sad, but you don't always have to play on mines, especially in the first round. Of course, you can't influence your position anyway. Not sure if picking this 12 tile was the correct one, to be really honest. There was a case for taking this 15 tile, which gives you 2 victory points for every sort of resource that you sold at the end of the game. It's also quite nice. I'm also a bit sad that number 1 knowledge tile is already taken by black, because that would allow me to put two buildings of the same sort in one area, which is normally not allowed. And I have two building grounds of size 6, which is quite large. So for me, that tile would have been quite valuable compared to other boards. But well, it is what it is. At least I follow 1 and a 6 now. And I could theoretically place both tiles right here. The 6 would also finish an area and give me 10 points immediately, which, if you can finish an area early in the game, you probably should. Especially since then also my advantage for number 12 kicks in, and whenever I take a tile from the outskirts of the board, I can take a tile from a depot which is one away. So if I have a die which shows a 2, I can take a tile from either the 3 or the 1 depot also. Which is quite nice because it saves you workers. Normally you have to pay a worker for that, and especially in combination with my boarding house, which gives me 4 workers instantly now. I'm pretty optimistic, shall I say, that I don't have to take workers with a die action anymore this entire game. Which of course would be really good news, because that's usually, if you don't have yellow tile number 6, which is a really special one, actually my favorite knowledge tile in the entire game, but only with the 2019 rules, by the way. But if you don't have that, and normally you won't, taking 2 workers with a die is actually really bad. It's really an option you probably have to take once or twice every game, but if you can, you really should try to avoid this. Since your dice are so much better spent doing other things. So I rolled a 5 and a 2, and I could take a ship and place it immediately, which would give me also the advantage of going first next round. Or second maybe if blue builds a ship, but at least quite early, and I think I'm going to do that, since I could also use the 2 to take something, but to be brutally honest, taking stuff is in this game easier for me than placing it, so whenever I can use a die exactly to place something, I should probably do that. Especially since I now also gain access to this castle right there, so if I can get a castle, either from the 6 depot or maybe buy it out of the middle, that would also be good. Yeah. So now I have a 4 and a 3. And those I should now probably use just on taking 2 tiles, I suppose. So what? I want this ship, and I also want this castle. So what I should do now is not take this with the 4, but because, as I said, I can take one from an adjacent depot also. So if I take this with the 4, I would have to take the castle with the 3 and pay 2 workers. But if I take the ship with the 3, which I can do for nothing, I can take the castle with the 4 die and just pay 1 worker, since it's only 2 steps away, and I can save 1 worker whenever I take something from the outskirts. So this is the better move order. And of course I want those 2 tiles because maybe Now maybe I can place both, probably by just placing the castle and placing the ship with my extra castle action. I want to place both in this final round of this phase. Firstly, because I want to build that ship so I can be first in the first round of the next phase, which is really important. And secondly, because it finishes an area, and in this phase, finishing an area gives 10 points. In B, it only gives 8 points, and that decreases through the phases of the game. So you see this 12th tower is actually one of the better knowledge towers. One day I promise I will do a tier list of all the 26 knowledge towers in this game. Because I think that's actually textbook material for a tier list. And yes, those towers are all unique, and they do have fairly unique properties and advantages and also disadvantages to them. So now I just hope that nobody is going to build a ship, because there's only resources in one depot left, unfortunately, and I'm a little bit afraid green might, because green can use his 2 free dice to sell his products, get a second coin, buy a ship out of the middle and place it immediately. That's clearly the best move for green, and I'm a little bit... This is not a good move for me at all. Maybe I should try to do something else instead. But because I won't get any resources if I build my ship. But I'm also not really sure what else I can do. Yeah, of course. This was an utterly awful roll for me. Because in any other roll or any other resource distribution, I would have just easily got to place my ship, at least. So should I just take a church and build it? Or just sell out of my products? And maybe buy something out of the middle? Also, for the next turn, maybe? Does blue have a ship, actually? No, blue doesn't, so... At least I'm not going to be last if I don't buy my ship now. If I don't place my ship, rather. I could also take this tile and place it, which gives me a worker every time I sell goods, but actually... I'm quite fine on the worker front already. Not very, very appealing to me. Man, this turn has been awful. It's been awful. Actually, I'm just thinking about selling twice and keeping the 2 money to buy something next turn. This is a lame duck move, but it's probably the best move I can do in this situation. It's unfortunate. Once again, I could have finished 2 areas and taken products and be first next turn. But the whole taking products part is out of the equation. This is awful. Can I be green, please? So I at least saved my 2 money, so now I could buy something out of the middle if I wanted to. My favorite yellow tower has appeared, the 6th tower. I'm pretty convinced it will not survive until it's my turn. I can of course try to get a mine this turn. At least in A and B it's still profitable take mines. From phase C on, you only take mines, basically. If it helps you get bonus tiles. Yeah, he takes a 6 immediately. The green is very, very good, unfortunately. And green has so far had more luck than me. This is going to be a really, really tough cookie. Probably not starting this video series with a success. I could take one of these, I would count town halls and place my castle by means of a town hall. But I can also just take a mine, and that's probably more profitable. Although I could also buy a mine out of the middle, which is also not terribly bad actually. So maybe, yeah, I can take 2 mines even. Maybe that's not all that bad. I can take this with the 4 and place it with the 1 die right here. Then place my castle with the town hall, and then with my castle action I can take a mine, and I can also buy a mine. So now of course I need to build either my ship or my mine next turn to free up some space. But this wasn't a bad move, I guess. I got 2 of the 3 mines which were in the game. I got a town hall, which is also probably the second best building after the boarding house in my opinion. But it all depends, of course, on the game situation and also on the bonus tiles. Or the knowledge tiles you have, because for each building type there is an associated knowledge tile, which in the end of the game gives you 4 victory points for every building of that type. And of course, once you have one of those tiles, like this one for the boarding houses, you should of course focus on those buildings. Now for me that's not quite profitable because I have only two areas in which I can build buildings, unfortunately. So without number 1 knowledge tile, which is already out of the game because black has it, without number 1 I can build each building type only twice maximum. So these knowledge multipliers aren't really doing me that much good, unfortunately. So now I rolled a 5 and a 6. Of course, that's pretty far away on the dice scale from a 3, which I would need to build a mine. So I will build probably my ship with the 5, and with 6 I can then take a building tile of some sort to cross the gap to this next mine area. And maybe with the mine, when I build it on this 3, I can also gain access to the next water area. So I can build more ships and advance in the player order. So I really need some sort of building tile. And the question I'm asking myself now, will I spend a worker to get one of these warehouses for which is better, for which I can sell one type of product? Or will I just take this watchtower which only gives me 4 victory points for free? And I think I will take the watchtower for free because I have such large building areas on my board, 6 areas of size 6, that I probably need watchtowers and other types of buildings which I'm not a big fan of, like markets and so on. I will probably need those types anyway at some point. At some point to gain any progress with my buildings. So I can equally do it just now. Do I want to take a 2 or a 3 resource? Well, with the 3s, I want to build mines. So if I want to sell, I will do it on the 2. And for my 6 die, yeah, I have to take the watchtower to get access to this next mining area. This is important for me. Also, of course, I need to finish this building area. Once you build like 2 or 3 buildings in an area, or 2, you really, really, really should aim to finish it. You can't let those points get away from you. This game so far has not gone amazingly well, but we will take it from here. Well, the 5, I can build this. Now for the 1 tile, I could take a warehouse. Or I could take a castle, which I also want in the long run. This is only the 3rd round in the phase, so there are 2 more rounds to be played. Is it quite realistic that I get either a ship or a building and can get to this castle area? I think it's reasonable. Although this yellow tile is also quite tempting. That would at least give me 8 victory points, but let's take the castle. Downside would be, of course, that I'm pretty much forced to roll a 3 next turn. That's the only tile I can place at this point, but well, we will take it. From here, I think I have to take some risks at this point. So, yeah. A 3 would be really welcome, either in combination with like another 3, or in combination with some number on which I can take either another building tile or a ship, ideally. A ship would be even better, so I can advance in the player order once again in the last round of this phase. So my goal is to place this, and with my extra action then also place this. Or this probably. So these 4 I want to place. Which can be achieved in 4 moves because of the castle. The castle advantage, which gives you an extra move. But it's really, really tight. And I need a little bit of luck in the dice. Not going to deny. So is anybody going to build another ship? I think black is. I think I'm not going to be first next round, which is fine. My aim would be more to be first in the player order when a new phase begins, which is why I also want to build another ship in the last round of this phase. Oh, he takes the ship. Okay, I think I have been overly ambitious right there. I can take the castle actually. Or the church, I would say. The church. Maybe I can, of course, build this, but I can't gain the ship now. So with the 5 die, I will actually take this. Maybe I roll like a 1 and a 4 and I can still access the castle. It's possible. Or something at least which is only 1 die away from a 1 and a 4. If I don't, well, that's also fine, I guess. Then I will probably just place my mine either on the 3 or on the 6, depending on what I want. Both of them are good because they finish an area. Next turn at least I do get 2 money income, so I can buy something out of the middle in the first round of the phase straight away, which is always good because it saves you an action. If you can buy stuff often, you just have an advantage over the other players in terms of number of actions that you have gained. The church also helps me in that regard that it is a new building type which I haven't yet built in this area. I can also build it here, of course, but that's good. I would want this 21. Ah, now it's gone. Okay. Okay, never mind. I don't want it 21 anymore. So with the 5, I could build a church. The problem is the only tower which I can actually get with the church is the 9. I actually like the 9 quite a lot. It saves you 1 worker whenever you place a building tower. I think actually that I'm going to take that. Especially since it allows me access to the castle. And where do I place this? Here or here? Don't think it really matters. I'm not adjacent to a 6 yet. Alright. Except on farm, and I don't want to play farms this round. So let's place it here because with the 3 die, I could possibly also build a ship or a building. So I finished a couple areas. I'm actually in the lead right now. Not that that really matters after phase B who's in the lead, but still a side note it is. So I finished quite a couple of areas, which is nice. I'm not really over the moon on my position anyway. That one last round of the previous phase, that really hurt me. That both green and me rolled double 3. And green came before me and could take all of the resources out of the middle, and I had no resources left that turn was pretty awful. I'm also out of workers right now, which I'm not really too worried about, to be honest, since I have the 9 and the 12 soon. Oh, there are 2 victory point yellow tiles now in play. That I would really want is on the 25 and the 26. The 25, the knowledge tile just gives you 1 victory point per sold resource in the end of the game. And the 26 gives you 3 victory points for every bonus tile you get for finishing a color. And you get bonus tiles for being first or second place in that color, by the way. So if I'm not the first to get all the mines, let's say, but I'm only the second, I get 4 instead of 7 points in a bonus tile, but I still get 3 extra points for if I have that knowledge tile. So I want to finish as many colors as I can. The easiest to finish usually are mines, grey, and castles, dark green, because there's the fewest of them on the board. Quite self-explanatory. I'm actually also okay with the watchtower multiplier tile 17, for example, on this specific board, since I will be building at least 2 watchtowers, I guess, to get my building areas occupied with different types of buildings. Yeah, so the 26 is already gone. The 25 probably will be gone by the next turn. And I'm just left with rubbish. This game is really, really going down the hill fast. I could also buy maybe the carpenter out of the middle. The carpenter lets you pick up another building from the outskirts, which is nice because it sort of advances your capability of building stuff. Oh, the 25 is open. That's what I should take probably, because I'm not yet good in victory town points knowledge tiles at all. That costs me my 2 money. And now for the 1 and the 2. Well, the one is probably easy. Yeah, I'm going to place this. And for the 2, I will just pick up a carpenter, which is a building type I do not have in my area yet, so that's fine. And also now I can place building tiles with dice that are one away due to my 9 advantage. So I now really should focus on finishing my buildings. Also, since these 2 areas of size 6 in and of their own give you 21 points when you finish them. So areas of quite size 6, 7 or 8 are actually quite lucrative to finish on size alone. Areas of type 1 are really good early in the game, because areas of size 1 give you these finishing victory points really quickly. Although they only give you 1 point for their size, so that's negligible. But in a sort of gain to cost ratio, I think areas of size 1 are still the best out there, followed by large areas, probably sizes 6 and above. Actually, I think size 3 areas are the worst when it comes to gain versus cost, because you have to spend like 6 actions to place those 3 tiles, and in the end you get 6 victory points for the size only, and only 1 time you get these area finishing victory points, which on average also will be 6. So so you spend 3 entire rounds to in the end get like 12 12 points, which is sounds okay, but actually is everything but okay. It's pretty bad. So I have a 1 and a 2 die to spend. And I think I will use the carpenter and take a market and build that also. Yeah, that we do that? And we do the same trick? Yes, I could use the 2 die to place it. But since I have the 9 advantage, I can also do it with the 1 die. I take the market with my carpenter advantage. And then I can actually place the carpenter with my 2 die. And finish the entire area, which is really nice. I need to take a ship. Let me take that one so that the 2 remaining ships are as far apart as possible so I can take them with my advantage easier. I think this move was quite okay actually, since I finished this size 6 area now. I gain 21 points immediately, plus 6 points for finishing an area in phase C, so those are 27 instant points for finishing. Now there are again 2 products on the same depot, which is quite unfortunate for me, since I probably won't be the one to profit from it. Although maybe neither black nor green was planning to build a ship this round. You never know. So if I could, I would obviously place my ship immediately so I can get those 2 products before anyone else takes them. That's priority number 1. That's priority. Yeah, so the victory point knowledge towers are all gone. Which is a bit sad, but I do get the products, which is nice. And I also get my final mine with the 3 die, which is really nice. It's on the 4 depot, but I can take it with the 3 die to my 12. Knowledge tower with the 2 die, I can build a ship and take these 2 products. This is actually a quite this is an absolute non-brainer, this move. Of course, whenever I now roll a 6, I need to use that immediately to build my final mine and also get, hopefully, the mine knowledge tower. I don't think, well, green could take that away from me, but it's my turn first. So if I have a chance to build that mine, even if it means taking 2 workers for the other die first, I probably will have to do that, simply to avoid green getting this bonus tower first. These 7 points are actually quite valuable, and I need to build my mine anyway, so 2 threes is of course the worst roll I could have asked for, because now I can't even build it by taking 2 workers first, because to build a 6 I would need 3 workers. Like, this game is going maximally awful for me. Also, the ship on the 3 has gone, of course it has. Hi, what did I do wrong, God? So I can't even take that. Which means I will just have to stupidly sell something and take 2 workers with my other die. This is, once again, an utterly wasted move. Fortunately, Green's roll hasn't been fantastic for him either. He needs 2 workers to place his final mine. He can do that, of course, with taking Two workers with the one die, but that also costs him his entire turn. It's not really efficient for him to do, but at least he can do it. I couldn't. But he won't. Yeah. He will just use his advantage and buy a ship, which is probably also very sensible for him. But I get another chance at least to be first with my mine. And now I should probably just take that. Yeah. And it's also nice that with the 4 die I can build my other tile right here. So I have an empty hand starting into the next phase. Because in the first round of the next phase I have enough money to buy something. That means I could possibly take 3 tiles on the first turn. Or I could sell a product and take one right now. But no, I will just place. I'm not really confident enough to go for animals at this point. Although maybe I should. Does anyone have cows yet? No, they don't have cows. And there are 4 cows in the middle. But no. Maybe I should go for goats instead. I don't know. I mean, going for animals is really, in my opinion, sort of a last resort when you have really nothing else to do. I mean, that might sound a bit harsh, and there are many animal strategies that do work. But usually those strategies involve having a larger farm area. Having an area of size 5, that is quite profitable. But that really depends on the area. Small farm areas are pretty much useless. At least I took this bonus tile away from green. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, he only gets the 2nd place bonus tile, which is worth 4 points instead of 7. So how many tiles do I have? 4, 8, 13, 18 after phase C. So after phase C I usually try to check up where I'm at and how many tiles I have built so far. And let me say, while 18 isn't great, it's not terrible. So I'm okay. So I don't need a mine anymore at this point. I need to get victory tiles, but the warehouse multiplier is pretty useless for me. So I have a 2 and a 3 die. I should probably just take stuff at this point. Which probably means, like, yeah, taking one of these, taking one of these, and taking one of these, I guess. Yeah, why not? Just take 3 buildings. Or should I take 2 buildings and a ship? And if so, which 2 buildings actually? But I'm not going to calculate through this right now. I will just take these two and the ship and I'm done. I really don't know, but I want to keep some flexibility in case, like the only building access I have right now is this 5 here, and if in the next turn I don't roll anything that's even remotely close to a 5, could be trouble. That's why I prefer to keep some flexibility by having at least one other tile in hand. Those knowledge tiles that are in play right now, those yellow ones, none of them really fascinates me at all. Maybe I can snatch the the ship the ship bonus away from them. That would be really something. But I don't see that happening. They are a bit faster than me. Especially green. Green has the 6 bonus tile and it's just... I don't think green can be stopped, to be brutally honest. So at least with the 4 I can build here. And, not really sure what exactly. Maybe even this town hall, so I can build a ship right here. Because I want to gain access to this last castle. And then with the 2 die, I could still buy my boarding house right here. Yeah, probably will do that if I get the chance. Also gains me just access to way more tiles, so I have way more options in the future to build stuff. If I had to take a knowledge tile, I would take the 2, because that gives me 1 extra worker for every mine that I have, which will give me 6 workers in the last 2 phases at least. But green is going to take the castle advantage before me, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could go across and build 1 animal tile here just to get the castle, but well, there's no castle to be taken anyway, so what am I even saying? This is not good. So yeah, let's do what I just said. And I should have gone for cows, I just see, damn it. There are so many cows in play right now. I mean, I could still, but those 4 cows that were there in the last round would have really helped me. Yeah, I'm not going for cows anymore. It doesn't make... So let me not build my boarding house, but instead take this yellow tile number 2, simply so I can finish 1 more area and gain access to the castle. Oh, I can still buy something actually if I want to. You know what? Let's do something else then. Let's build this. Build this. Buy the church. Oh, I need to take the product first. Sorry, then I buy the church. And then I will build my church with the 2 die. Because then I can take this tile for free. Which is of course better than spending a die on that. So So I built 3,000 one turn again, which is good. I'm just I like my game is not progressing terribly, but I'm just no match for green, which is a bit unfortunate. So yeah, I think I should just take and buy a ship. Simply so I can maybe snatch the blue advantage away. That would be that would be at least some. Yeah. So let me with the 2 die just take the chip, because with the 5 die I can build a ship without having to spend a worker. So now I'm first in the move order. And on the next turn I can at least think about just taking another ship, building it, and taking that blue bonus tile away from everybody else. Unfortunately, the castle bonus has gone. And green is also giving me a 1 for the building bonus, and so are the others. I will probably lose the race for the building bonus, which is bad, but I still have to finish this area simply because it has size 6. That's way too valuable to not finish. Even if it doesn't give you a bonus tile anymore at the end. I could take the ship bonus right now. I could also just build these 2 tiles and wait. Which is preferable? I'm not really sure. I will. Ah, come on, I will take the ship bonus. Take the ship, build the ship. Also, I can use this product, which is nice. And I also finished an area. Yes, I don't get any more products for the last phase. But whatever, I think it's still the better overall deal. I could be wrong, but now my last turn, I really want to empty my hand. So black after me immediately finished his ships also. But fortunately he didn't get a product for that. So I'm not really sure if that was the right move on his part. Yeah, blue is going to take the building bonus. Not really contesting that. And black probably going to be second place on that. I will also not be able to contest that. The 1 and the 5 also don't really help, because with neither of them I can build this. So I will probably be forced to just empty my hand by building this yellow tile right here on the 1. With the 5, of course, I can build my boarding house up here. I could also do that first, actually. Actually, build the boarding house first and then spend a worker to go here. Maybe that's better. I mean, that gives 2 more points in exchange for 1 worker, which is probably a good deal, especially since for this number 2 tower I get too many workers anyway. I won't be able to use them all. Yeah, let's do that. Should I build this or this? I think I will go for the 1. Or, yeah, because I have a 1 spot here. So I want to keep diversity in numbers of open towers. So I already have a 1. I don't need another 1. So I will build a boarding house here on this 1. Gain 4 workers for that. And build this one right here to finish an area off. And I also get 3 workers back at the end right now because I have 3 mines. That should be enough workers for me. So how many actions do I actually need? I need to buy 3 more buildings. That's not optional. And I need to sell all of these products, which will also take me 3 turns. I also need to take those 3 buildings. So that's 9 actions already. I only have 10 left. But of course I can combine some of those by, for example, taking a warehouse for which I can sell a product right after I build. Are there any good multipliers? Oh yeah, the 23 is good for me, but probably won't be getting that. The 23 town gives you 4 victory points for every town hall, and I already have 2 town halls, so that's at least worth something for me. Yeah, this people are going to take that building advantage before me. I can't. I'm not even contesting. So I think I will just take a watchtower. Now I will just take 4 victory points, probably. And I will take a warehouse or a bank. But the warehouse is better since there's not all that much good stuff left in the middle anyway. So I really need to be conservative with my actions now. Since maybe if I get the opportunity, I would take this also to finish up my yellows. That's possible. But then I'm a bit concerned since then I won't have enough actions left to sell everything. And I want to sell everything because for this 25 tower I also get 1 extra victory point for every resource I sold. So not selling stuff would be a waste. Yeah, he already takes that, so probably not going to bother about the yellows, I guess. Although maybe if I can get the bonus tower, it probably still profitable to just take another yellow. Like this number 3 tile, for example. Decisions. Also, really need to be careful that I even can finish my building area. That's probably the more concern now because I need 6 different buildings right there, and I already have a boarding house and I already have a warehouse in there. So the only town which lets me finish it is this market. So I must take that. So I will build my warehouse right here. Sell this. I will not. Oh, really enjoying. Thank you. Really enjoying too, Blue. So, I will not buy any stuff out of the middle. Also, don't have space for that, by the way. Yeah, let's give that compliment right back. Although we have to congratulate Queen, but so I do have. There are 3 rounds left, so I have 6 dice actions. I will need to place 3 tiles and buy sell 2. So yeah, taking another yellow is probably out of the book. I could only sell one type of product instead of 2. Question if that really is worth the effort. Is worth the effort. I mean, it probably is if I can get the yellow bonus. Can I get it? No, green will take it right now. So, not even bothering with the yellow bonus. I would still get 12 points for just finishing this area. Which is more than I would get for a single cell. So yeah, I will still do it. Whatever. That means I will place this one and take this one. Or wait a minute, I could actually snatch the bonus. Because I can buy out of the middle. That's, of course, way better. So let me place this one. Then buy a yellow tile from the middle for 2 coins. And then place that one so green doesn't get that bonus. That's a way better plan. Lucky I saw that. Nobody needs green to have that bonus. Absolutely nobody. maybe next turn I can even take this building bonus. Well, probably I won't get that because green will now at least take that by building this last building here. I mean, it was worth a try. And I still have 4 workers left, so I think in an ideal world I could place both buildings and sell both products with these 4 dice. 4 workers is actually quite a lot. If I can play the next turn, but by only spending 1 worker, I'm in a good shape to achieve that at least, I suppose. But still, green has just too many yellow tiles which give him victory points. It's just criminal. So I have a 2 and a 3. For the 2 I can of course sell. And for the 3 I can buy the... Oh, I can do the 3. The 3 I can actually buy the watchtower on this 4 square for nothing. That's... Because I still have my 9 advantage. That's really good. Yeah. So I will keep my 4 workers and that will pretty surely allow me to build to build both to build both the market and to sell the final products in my final round, pretty sure. Especially since I still have that 9 advantage left. So selling and buying. Firstly the watchtower, that gives extra bonus points. So that's more important than the market. But I will get to buy both, luckily. It could be actually quite close between green and me in the end. I'm not going through the trouble of calculating everything right now. But green doesn't have that many useful moves left. I mean, yes, he can get another yellow bonus tile, which unfortunately also gives him 3 extra points through his 26. But nothing I can do against that, of course. Yeah. So I have 2 and a 6, meaning I will need to spend 2 workers to sell the 4, but of course I will still do that. Workers are only worth half a victory point in the end, so not really big a deal. I will take the animal tile, which has the most animals on it, just to annoy others, if anything. And yeah, because I can do it for nothing with my market. So I'm in the lead still with 211 points. No, it won't be enough, but because green just has 5 extra victory point tiles and I have just 2. How close was it in the end? Not that close. Not that close, unfortunately. Still 9 points behind green. GG. Yeah, that 6 tiles just too powerful. I wasn't really convinced I could do anything against it in the first place. 236 points is average at best. To be honest, I mean, yeah. I mean, my friend with whom I play a lot and who also infected me with my enthusiasm for this game. I really like it. It's actually, yeah, she is actually quite impressed with scores like these, but she gets them quite regularly as well. Uh, but yeah, I'm not 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 really overly over the moon over my score. Everything above 250 is good. Oh, alright, and it's quite late where I live in Germany. I think I should wrap it up for today. Have a nice evening. And congratulations to